Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and comment. Tell me where you're watching from. So it's early in the morning and we've woken up. It's a new day. It's a blessing day. It's very sunny and I'm enjoying the weather. I'm wearing a dera and I'm tying a lasso around my waist. This is a very popular way of dressing here in Mombasa, in Kenya, East Africa, and even in Dar es Salaam, in Tanzania, and also Uganda. Let me just say, African women in Africa, they dress like this. Where you go, we usually tie lassos because around our waist, because you're able to walk around comfortably, you're able to cover yourself in case you get dirty. You also able to basically be conservative, dress properly, especially when you're walking around where there are elders and other people in the community. It's a very popular way of dressing. It was passed down from generation to generation. So today we are going to cook chapati. So this is my friend. Meet my friend. She's really enjoying herself. She has opened this business for a while now, and it has really benefited her. I wanted to show you guys how we cook chapati, especially in a small business. So you can see me there dancing up and down because there was a bit of music in the background and I was really enjoying myself, and I'm busy posing so that I can get a thumbnail. So I wanted to show you how we do this, and one of my viewers commented and told me that I should be showing more of my face in my videos. So going forward, expect to be seeing my face as we continue growing this community. Please, if you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe. So this is how we roll the chapatis. Yeah, around that we call it you see what I'm doing? I'm trying to roll the chapati, so it has to be the same level and it has to be circle. Don't worry about me. I like having fun while I'm recording myself, because if I don't have fun, believe me, it's gonna be a long day.
And it's very delicious. So what happens is, usually eat chapati accompaniment with beans stew or fried stew or vegetables or shawarma. Some people even decide to make this chapati over here, as you can see, and then they put shawarma here and they make it like a taco. So this is that chapati that has been passed from our forefathers, the 18th century up to now, from the Indians, the Arabs, and then now we embrace it, and here we are. So welcome to chapati. All right, so let me put it.
Alright, so normally what happens is, if you want to cook chapatis, especially when you're cooking a large quantity, usually prefer to cook like 5 pieces of chapati at a go. So here my friend was telling me she likes cooking like 5 chapatis at a go, and she's very comfortable. She can even there are days when she see the demand is very high in her restaurant, so she decided to cook like 10 pieces of chapati at a go. Yes, so we can see there we are literally trying to dry the chapati. When I say drying the chapati, it's just you take the chapati, you put on the pan. So here I'm just watching her, she's doing it, and she's doing a good job. And by the way, her chapatis are very delicious. So basically right now it's just a matter of drying the chapati, and then once you see it's ready, then you place it on the side, then you add another chapati, another piece of chapati, and the process continues. Rinse and repeat. So as you continue watching the video, you'll see the way we do it, and hopefully maybe you learn 1 or 2 things about my community in Mombasa, how we cook, how we do our things. And you see what we're using is called a jiko. Jiko is very popular in Mombasa, in Kenya, and around East Africa, and I think other parts of Africa also. Why? Because charcoal is very affordable. Normally, how we get charcoal is through trees. They usually cut down the trees, and then they burn those trees. Then the result is the charcoal, and it's very affordable, readily available. That's why people prefer using it. So I'm busy smiling here because it was a good day. I woke up with a good mood, and I was happy. And I was like, you know what, let me give you content that you're going to enjoy. And of course, when I was recording this content, it was this restaurant where it is located. It's along there's a pub. So most people were passing through, and they're wondering what were we doing, and they were staring. And I was like, it's okay. I'm just recording. You guys pass through, it's fine. And yeah, so basically that's what we're going through behind the scene, that is. And I really had people who are willing to help. So what you are seeing here is a customer who wants to eat chapati and beans. That is chapati and beans. As you see in the video, that is a very popular dish, and it's a way of eating chapati. What we like is usually cut the chapati into smaller pieces, and then someone, if they order, they want beans, that is coconut beans or just fried beans, then you serve it like that, and yeah, they go eat. Like I said, this my friend, she has been doing this business for quite a while, and she's been able to take her kids to school, to basically pay her daily bills, and also be able to build a house, and of course just in general just to be able to take care of her family as a result of this business. How is she able to? I know some people asking that question because this is just a small business. It is indeed a small business, but what you don't understand is where I come from. Most of the women, they usually join chamas. What is chama? The chama is basically it's like crowdfunding. Yeah, actually it is crowdfunding, but usually crowdfund with people you know, friends, family members, colleagues, people who you know, and you know where they live. That's one of the requirements. It's people who you know, and you know where they live, so that when you crowdfund that money, it's usually put in a bank. Then at a certain date and time, that money is going to be withdrawn, and then it's going to be divided according to how the members have contributed. Mostly what they do is they withdraw the money at the end of the year. That's most people prefer, so that it's because it's the holiday time, the holiday season, so they want to have lump sum of money so that they can enjoy the holiday and also start their projects. Because most of these women who join these micro groups, they are doing small business, so they prefer if they are going to contribute like 100 Kenya shillings every single day. Usually that's the requirement. Or sometimes other people just tell you can just contribute 50 Kenya shillings. Others they say if they have a lot of money, they can say you can contribute like 1,000 Kenya shillings. Others will say more. It all depends on how much you're able to contribute per day, and you contribute every single day. Others will say they prefer contributing every week, or others will say they'll prefer contributing every month. It all depends with the group requirements and policies they have set up. So each member must contribute. You cannot miss. And towards the end of the year, most micro financing group, they prefer to withdraw the money, and then each member is subdivided, is given the amount of money they have contributed. That is save up, and you're able now to start doing a project with your lump sum. That's how people are able to survive in Kenya, especially women who have small businesses. And not only just in Kenya, I think most African countries, they have this type of chamas, and that's basically how people are surviving, and that's how people are able to build their houses. And by the way, in Kenya, in Africa, people don't have mortgage. Majority of people don't have mortgages. People build houses. They save up, they have a lump sum of money, and then they build from the ground up. You buy stones, you put aside. You buy sand, you put it aside. You buy the roofing materials, you put aside. And then each stage you start, like, most people prefer they start with the foundation. Then if the money gets finished, they prefer saving again. Then they save up maybe for the walls. And then once if the money finished, then they decide, okay, let me save up. And then now they decide to to put up the roofing material. That's how people literally build houses in Kenya, in Africa, in a nutshell. So when you see people have houses in Kenya, in Africa, believe you me, they have built those houses. Mortgages, it's very few people who go for mortgages, because in our culture, how we are brought up is we are brought up to believe, to know that you only spend money that you have. That's the reason why credit, when it started, when the bank's finance system, when they started the credit system in Africa, in Kenya, they were really having a hard time convincing people, because so many people were so used to, you know what, I only spend the money that I have. If I don't have money, they didn't believe in credit. But slowly the system, they are trying to change it so that people are able to start utilizing credit, to understand how you can use credit to your benefit in order to grow your assets. And so far, I can say people are starting to learn it, but at the same time, the culture is still there where people believe in only spending the money that you have. Back to the video. So you see there, I'm doing, those are like, I had like 5 pieces of chapati, and literally it was burning my fingers because I was not used to. It's been a while since I cook like this. I usually cook 1-2 pieces at a go. But if wherever I cook a chapati like a week or 2, something like that, then definitely I'll be able to get used to it. The other thing somebody asked me is, does it mean each and every person in Mombasa, in East Africa, or ladies in Africa know how to cook? Yes, that is something you need to understand. In Africa, women, you are taught how to cook at a young age. That is a culture that is passed down. Although with the way people have been modernized and people have been going to school and everything, sometimes people don't know how to cook. It's also slowly coming into our culture. But traditionally, what happens is, the mother will take the young daughter, ages around 10, around there, and then they'll take you to the kitchen and start showing you how to cut ingredients, how to cook certain foods. You know, you're slowly introduced on ways on how to cook, taking care of family, or especially taking care of your younger siblings. And before you know it, once you become like an adolescent stage, you know how to cook, you know how to take care of yourself, you know how to take care of your siblings, your younger siblings. And as you grow as an adult, you become a responsible person who knows how to take care of yourself, at the same time people who are under your responsibility. So basically here I was cooking the chapati, and I was on the pan there trying to make sure I cook properly, because at the end of the day, these are chapatis which are going to be sold to the customer. So I was doing my best to make sure the chapatis come out perfect, like the way my friend usually cooks, because you are serving customer, and when you serve a customer, you need to serve good food. There, look at that. I was really trying my best. Anyway, how did I do? I'd love to hear from you guys. Please comment. I'd love to hear from you guys. And where you're watching this video from. My friend is busy laughing at me because she knows I was touching my finger, and I'm like, oh my god, it's so hot. Because it's been a while since I cook like 5 pieces of chapati at a go, or even 10 pieces of chapati at a go. Normally at home when I cook, usually like 3 pieces of chapati at a go, or 2 pieces of chapati at a go, because it usually go faster and you finish faster. Like I told you guys, in our community, in our Swahili culture, or should I say in Kenya, or as an African lady, normally knowing how to cook, it's ingrained in you at a younger age, so that when you grow up as an adult, you know how your way around the kitchen, you know how to take care of yourself, you know how to take care of the people who are under you, responsibility. Even your younger sibling, you know how to take care of them. That's something which has been passed from generation to generation up to now. Although with the way lifestyle has changes, with the modernization, with the people being busy, slowly things are changing. But at the same time, the thing of learning how to cook is also very important, because as an adult, you need to know, you need to be responsible, in a nutshell. So I was trying to literally finish the chapatis.
Okay guys, what do you think? you have any comments? I'd
So
love to hear from you guys.
as
So
you
I
can
cooked
see here, we are
chapati,
continue
and now she's
cooking, and I'm
continue
busy
cooking.
talking.
She has like
Guys, don't forget to subscribe to my
she
channel.
cooks
Continue
like 4
watching this
kilograms
video,
of
and I hope you enjoy
flour.
yourself.
That is chapati. How many are those? 50 chapatis. 50 chapatis per day. Sometimes she makes even 100 chapatis per day. So every day, every
Oh, she was
single day. So
telling me
morning
she
time,
makes 50
she makes it.
chapatis
At
per
lunchtime,
day.
she makes it. Even at night,
Sometimes
she makes it.
even more
What
than
do
that,
you think?
because the
Thank
customers
you guys.
are
Please don't forget
many,
to subscribe.
and
Thank
people
you so
like her
much.
food because it's very very delicious, and they always come back. She always have repeating customer, and also new customer usually attend her food. And so far her business has been doing good, and she's been able to take care of herself.
Subscribe.
She's smiling. I like this lady because she's very very hardworking, and she's very friendly and very approachable. So here is when the time I had arrived, and I was requesting to do a video with her because it's been a while since we talked, and at the same time I was also running an arena somewhere, but then I was like, let me just do this video for you guys. So what do you think? Did you enjoy the video? What are the comments? I'd love to hear from you guys. Continue watching this video, and of course I'd love to hear from you. So somebody is asking what about the beginning process. So I'm gonna do another video where I'm gonna show you guys the beginning up to the last stage. I will go back and do another video, so please stay tuned. So you see the way she's shaping those chapatis by rolling around the circle. That's how it's supposed to be done, and it's very very. But there, if you're not used to rolling it, it's not easy. It looks easy as she's doing it because she's been doing it for a long time. But if you're new, if you're still learning, believe me, rolling that dough into that circle is not easy. I remember trying to master it. It took me a while. Even up to today, sometimes I make a mistake. Sometimes I do make a mistake, especially if I don't pay attention. But otherwise, as you master it, it can take a while. But once you do, believe you me, it's gonna be a piece of cake because you already have the experience. It's just a matter of just rolling taking the pin and rolling it around, and somehow the dough will shape it around the way you move it, and you'll have your circle. People prefer it to be circle. If it has like a shapeless shape, believe you me, people won't eat it. They'll be complaining as they eat. So this is how it looks like. That is one of the process. And then you roll it. Once you roll it, then you put in the jiko, and then you cook, and there you have your chapati. So basically, in a nutshell, that's how we do it. That's how we cook chapati traditionally in Mombasa, in Africa, in Kenya, in East Africa, because what we are doing here, the chapatis, you'll find them in Tanzania, you'll find them in Uganda, you'll find them in Zanzibar. In fact, you'll find them, most of this type of food, you'll find it around Africa. Even Indians, they have their own way of cooking this chapati. Even Mexico, they have their own way of cooking this. So it's just a bit, each community has a different way of cooking it, but at the end of the day, the basics, you can see it all applies the same way. Tell me in your community, do you have this type of food? And if you do, how do you cook it? I'd love to hear from you guys. Please comment and let me know your feedback. So here I was basically talking to her as I continue recording. Yeah, so she's been telling me how this business has really helped her to be able to take care of herself and her family, and of course in the process she's also be able to employ other people, and as a result creating employment in the community. So she's feeding the community, at the same time she's employing the community, at the same time she's also be able to take care of her kids, taking them to school, and becoming responsible members in the society. So it's a win-win situation. It's a win-win situation for the lady, for the community, and for the family at large. So you see there she's cooking those chapatis. Look at that. She's drying the chapatis actually. Look at that. Now this is how you're supposed to do it. She's so used to it, she can't feel the jiko as being hot because she's so used to it, because she does it every single day. She can cook like 50 pieces of chapati per day, or if the demand is very high, she can cook like 100 pieces of chapati per day. So it all depends with the demand. So as you can see here, and usually people prefer it to be golden brown. It's very important, golden brown. If it's burnt, believe me, customers will complain. So you have to pay attention at this stage when you're cooking the chapatis. You see, that's how it's supposed to be, golden brown. And then it has to be very, very soft. When somebody cut that chapati, it has to be very soft, and the salt has to be very at a minimum. It shouldn't be a lot. Then after that, the customer is happy, believe me. They'll spread the word around the town, and people will come to your restaurant and they'll want to eat your food. And by the way, it's a small community, so word usually spread around. If you do a good job, customers will always flock in your restaurant. If you do a bad job, people will talk about it and people will run away from you and they won't buy your food. So it's very important to cook good food in my community, and I think the policy applies everywhere around the world. So that is golden brown, and that's how it's supposed to look. It's ready. It's ready. Look at that. So she's cooked 5 pieces of chapati in one round. Some people can cook 10 pieces of chapati in one round. Yes. Is it hard? If you're not used to it, yes, it is hard. But with practice, like like what they say, you'll always become an expert in the long run. And she's an expert right now because she does this every single day, from morning, lunch, at night. She cooks chapati in accompaniment with fried stew or beans, depending on what the customer wants. So you can also take chapati with tea as an accompaniment. You can take chapati with the coconut stew, with the coconut beans, or coconut stew, or coconut fried fish, or coconut fried soup. I mean, there are so many accompaniments you can go with this chapati, because at the end of the day, it acts like the main dish, and then the side dishes is an accompaniment to the main dish. The people will literally just put shawarma inside the chapati and just eat. That's also a meal by itself. So this food was literally introduced in Africa, in Kenya, in Mombasa, along the Indian Ocean coast, especially East Africa, as a result of the slave trade of the Arabs during the 18th century, and also influence of the Indians along the Indian Ocean trade. So we have all those influences, so that when you come to Mombasa, believe me, you'll find people who are looking like Indians, who look like Arabs, because the Bantus were intermarried with the Indians, with the Arabs. So we have that influence up to today. So people embrace the food, they embrace the language, they embrace how to live, how to talk, how to dress, they conservatively, and it has been passed from generation to generation up to today. And this is what, as a result, is what you're seeing. And as a result, also, you find our community where I come from is a bit conservative as compared to other regions in the country of Kenya and also East Africa. What do you think? The chapatis, do they look delicious? I'd love to hear from you guys. Alright, so watch this video up to the end, and I hope you have enjoyed yourself. Thank you so much, and remember to comment. So here I was trying to show you guys the chapati, how it looks. Look at that, and I was really happy. So this is where I was showing you guys how the final look looks like, and I was very happy with the results because I knew for a fact that the chapatis are delicious. Please subscribe. Thank you.